Alright, if you're new to the live, welcome. My name is Randall. This is the McClures. We react, review, we make fun of, we laugh at stuff. Links are in the description if you want to support the channel. ShopMcClures.com is the website you should visit. Sell quality American products. ShopMcClures.com. Get you some car soap or a backpack or something. Help out the channel. Help America. We're going to be checking out a Chuck Grassley video today, a Republican from Iowa. He's going to reveal alleged recording of Biden with foreign national who bribed him. Allegedly. They put that in there a few times. But yeah, this is why they indicted Trump. This is why there was another alien story that came out. Because the new info or the new whistleblower, new details, new proof, call it whatever you want, Biden's a corrupt piece of shit. It's pretty much confirmed, and they're doing everything they can to spin the fucking news cycle so we talk about Trump and not Biden. So let's talk about Biden. Grassley reveals alleged recording. How is it an alleged recording? Is it a recording or not? So you can say Grassley reveals a recording of Biden with a foreign national who allegedly bribed him. It's not an alleged recording. It's a real fucking recording. What, we're pretending the recording's fake also? Retarded.
Last week, I came here to speak to my colleagues about the Biden administration and the FBI playing games with the American people by hiding the FBI-generated 1023 document from Congress and the American people. Director Wray was going to be held in contempt for refusing to produce the 1023 that I told Chairman Comer about, and I think I had that first conversation with Chairman Comer about 3 weeks ago. Then, instead of contempt, the FBI committed to showing the 1023 and related documents to the whole Congress. By the way, I thank Chairman Comer for his cooperation with me and how he's pursued this issue, because we know a heck of a lot more now than if he hadn't been involved in this whole effort. So the FBI showed, after the FBI committed to showing this document, they showed, but it didn't provide possession of the 1023 to the House Oversight Committee last week. And by the way, 1023
All right, Grassley, get to it, bro.
was unclassified. So why shouldn't the entire country know about what's in this 1023? As the public knows, that 1023 involves an alleged bribery scheme between then Vice President Biden, Hunter Biden, and a foreign national.
Who's
the
the
same
national?
Allegations that Chairman Comer and I made public on May the 3rd of this year. And on the very same day that the FBI provided a redacted version of the 1023 to the House Oversight Committee, the Justice Department then announced that former President Trump had been indicted and charged with 37 crimes related to his alleged mishandling of classified records. Attorney General Garland signed off on prosecuting Trump for conduct similar to what Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton engaged in. Two standards of justice in this country will turn our constitutional republic upside down.
That's what we got, though.
To the political infections within the Biden Justice Department and the FBI, we were well along the road for that to happen. This senator will do all that he can to fight political infection in the Department of Justice.
One thing you got to give Grassley credit for is he does investigate. He does keep pushing. I mean, Republicans aren't able to get anything across the finish line, is what it seems like, but he seems like he gives his shit at least.
And the FBI. And you fight it then by bringing transparency to what this government does. The public's business ought to be public. Transparency brings accountability. With respect to the 1023 shown to that House Oversight Committee, from what I've been told by folks who've reviewed it, it's filled with redactions. Now, the document that Comer and I read had maybe 2 or 3 half-inch redactions, not whole sentences redacted, as I'm told the document in the SCIF is. So, Director Wray placed redactions on a document that's already unclassified. As I've said before, unclassified. More than that, the FBI made Congress review a redacted, unclassified document.
That's what I don't understand about the whole setup of the government and supposedly Congress having oversight over the 3-letter agencies. Because they request documents, the 3-letter agencies tell them to fuck off. And then there's a new president. And no one's asking for the documents anymore. You know, they lie, they abscond, they hide, So where exactly is the oversight? The oversight is you asking for the document, not actually getting the document and doing something about the document. But oversight is just repeatedly, with a stern voice, asking for the document.
In a classified
Retarded.
facility. That goes to show you the disrespect that the FBI has for Congress. On a previous time on this Senate floor, I think I told my fellow senators that what's so unusual about an unclassified document being given to the public.
These are extremely dangerous times for the American Republic. A battle between truth and lies.
That is true, Levin.
When, I think it was May the 18th of this year, there was leaked to the New York Times a classified document and even the name of a confidential human source. So, we're kind of in a strange situation here. Classified document can be leaked to the New York Times, but a non-classified document can't be made public to 300 million Americans if they're interested in reading it. Now, accordingly, Congress still lacks a full and complete picture with respect to what that document really says. That's why it's important that the document be made public without unnecessary redactions for the American people to see.
Without any redactions. It's unclassified.
Can you believe redacting an unclassified document? So now, let me assist for the purposes of more transparency on this subject. The 1023 produced to the House committees redacted reference that the foreign national who allegedly bribed Joe and Hunter Biden allegedly has audio recordings of his conversation with them. 17 such recordings. According to the 1023, the foreign national possesses 15 audio recordings of phone calls between him and Hunter Biden. According to the 1023, the foreign national possesses 2 audio recordings of phone calls between him and then Vice President Joe Biden.
Oh. Okay, so that's definitely something new right there. Obviously, we knew that they had proof of Hunter Biden colluding with the foreign national, and I thought that they were trying to, by proxy, lump Biden into that because obviously we know Biden was getting a cut. But not only do they have Hunter dead to rights, but they got Joe Biden on recording with the same foreign national. The biggest concern with this is the FBI knew about this before the traitor to the country ran for president. And they let him run for president knowing that he's, what's the word for it? Knowing that it's not corrupt. Obviously he is corrupt, but that's not the word. But knowing that he's bought and paid for by foreign nationals, they let him run for president. What? That's supposed to be protecting the nation?
Recordings were allegedly kept as a sort of insurance policy for the foreign national in case that he got into a tight spot. The 1023 also indicates that then Vice President Joe Biden may have been involved in bereavement employing Hunter Biden. Based on the facts known to the Congress and the public, it's clear that the Justice Department, the FBI, haven't nearly had the same laser focus on the Biden family. Special Counsel Jack Smith has used a recording against former President Trump. Well, what is U.S. Attorney Weiss doing with respect to these alleged Joe and Hunter Biden recordings that are apparently relevant to the high-stakes bribery scheme? Getting a full and complete 1023 is critical for the American people to know and understand the true nature of the document and to hold the Justice Department and the FBI accountable. It's also important for asserting constitutional congressional oversight powers against an out-of-control executive branch, obviously drunk with political infection. Remember, Congress has received 1023s in the past, and they've been made public. So asking for this 1023 to be turned over to the American people to read is not an unusual thing that goes on with 1023s. Congress owes it to the American people and the brave and heroic whistleblowers to continue to fight for transparency in this matter and make this document public without unnecessary redactions. And I want everybody to remember that I have read the unredacted version, except for a couple or three half-inch redactions, I'd say. Thank you very much.
So Grassley's got the inside knowledge. He has read the form, and he feels it necessary for the entire American public to have access to this form and what it says. But of course, the FBI doesn't give a shit. They are members of the Democratic Party, and they do everything in their power to protect the Democrats. You're allowed to commit crimes, treason, whatever you want. As long as you're a Democrat, you can do whatever you want. If you're a Republican, though, good luck. Good luck. You can't even get away with jaywalking. It's a crazy world. It is a crazy world these days. It's a backwards banana republic. Not the bombshell video I thought it was going to be, but interesting nevertheless. Dropped a few nuggets in there. And the fact that they have actual recordings of not only Hunter, but of Joe Biden is kind of a big deal. So that's kind of news. That's news. Appreciate you guys stopping by for that. If you're on the live, we're going to keep going, of course. If you're tuning in as a video, we're live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on rumble.com/McClures. Come hang out with us. shopmcclures.com is the link. It's down in the description. Takes you to a true American store that sells quality American products. Do us a favor and pick you something up. I appreciate it.